Hi guys, welcome to Full Time Devils. I'm Adam McKola. This is MUFC Daily. It's Monday morning, but I don't care this morning because Manchester is, of course, red. Yes, United won the Manchester derby yesterday, beating City 1-0 thanks to Marcus Rashford's goal. I wish I put some money on it as well. Before the game, I was speaking how I think it's Rashford's day. I think he's going to come up a winner. And boy, did he. He scored a fantastic goal, beating McKola with some great quick footwork and slotting it under Joe Hart to send the away end into raptures. It was a great day at the Etihad for United yesterday. I wasn't there, Gaz was. All those fan cams and stuff are up now. So if you haven't seen them, then go and check them out after MUFC Daily. Happy days. Marcus Rashford has enjoyed an incredible start to his Manchester United career. And in Rose in the Mirror, they have put up some stats about his goal scoring feats. Now he's obviously scored 5 goals in 8 games for Manchester United's first team, which comes up to 0.63 goals per game in the Premier League. Now that's 4th behind Lukaku and Aguero, and also ahead of Vardy and Kane, which is why the Mirror have made an article about it, because he's got one of the best goal scoring ratios, if not the best goal scoring ratio of the England strikers. Obviously he's played a hell of a lot less games than them. Callum Wilson's up there as well at the top. He suffered a serious injury for Bournemouth, so he hasn't played many games either. So obviously playing less games and having a hot streak can skew the stats, but it is some great stats for Marcus Rashford. 18 years old, playing for his boyhood club from Manchester, scoring goals against the likes of Arsenal and Manchester City. So stuff dreams are made of, and well done to Marcus Rashford. I know there's going to be an awful lot of headlines about him, but he's kept his head down and he's played his football and he's done well. Buzzing about that, buzzing about the result yesterday, and buzzing about the performance. But like I said before that, I always knew we could beat City. It's whether we can keep it up now. We've got Everton at home, Spurs away next. We need to get at least 4 or 6 points out of those 2 games if we want to finish top 4. Moving on from that, and to Gary Neville, yes, ex-Manchester United player. I was going to say fan, is still a fan. Obviously club legend. He's manager at Valencia at the moment, and the pressure is building after the Europa League exit. They suffered another defeat this weekend. 8 games left to go, 8 points off the European spots for Valencia, so they're in a worse situation than us at the moment. And yeah, the pressure's building. I read on Twitter that the Valencia fans were singing something to Gary Neville in Spanish, which translated to calling him a donkey and stuff like that. So it's obviously not going well for him over there at the moment. Despite them having some good performances, it's mainly been bad for Gary Neville. And when I hear him speak in press conferences, you can tell he's feeling the pressure, and he knows as well that these results aren't what they should be. And he's mentioned that he's looking to leave at the end of the season. Because of that, he knows the results ain't as they should be. Peter Lim, the owner, doesn't mind keeping him in, but Gary Neville looks set to leave at the end of the season. At least he took the leap though. A lot of people sit there doing their pundit jobs, don't actually go out there into coaching or management. Gary Neville took that leap. It didn't work for him, but I'm sure he would have learned an awful lot. And if he goes into management again in the future, then that experience would have done him wonders really. So fair play to him for taking the leap and in a foreign country. Moving on from that, MEN have an article about Luke Shaw making the Euros, and Roy Hodgson saying he hopes United use him at the tail end of the season so that he can get a chance to look at him and assess him before the Euros. Now I love Luke Shaw. In an ideal world, he plays at the Euros and he's amazing and England do well. But Luke Shaw's a Manchester United player at the end of the day. If he's not ready for Manchester United and he's not ready to come back for us at the end of this season, I don't want to see him rush back for the Euros, because he's a key player for us. We've been awful since we've been without him. And yeah, we need to keep his recovery from the injury going well and progressing, and we don't want him to suffer any setbacks ahead of the new season. Of course, for him to play in the Euros would be massive for him, and massive for England as well. So it's of course good for the club if we get Luke Shaw to play there. But if he's not ready, don't send him. Can't have him suffering any setbacks. And the Mirror, before we go, the Mirror on Wayne Rooney's case, got some CCTV footage of him from a box at Wembley, apparently taking stuff. Wayne Rooney denies it, threatening him with legal action. It's all going down over there. I'm not sure why Rooney would steal anything from Wembley when he can probably just go and ask someone and they'll give it to him. And he was probably just messing around. Anyway, guys, get your comments in below. Let us know what you thought about everything in MUFC Daily today. Marcus Rashford's goal ratio, his goal scoring form, and his heroics in the derby. Gary Neville as Valencia manager. The pressure is building. Luke Shaw set to return for Manchester United before the end of the season and potentially for the Euros. And of course, Wayne Rooney in the Wembley box. Guys, get your comments in below. Let us know what you think. I'm out of here.
Guys, outside the Etihad, this is Full Time Devils. I'm Gaz. Man United have just beaten Man City 1-0 in the Manchester derby. We know how big a game this was beforehand, but I tell you what, I wasn't expecting a performance like that. I'm not saying that Man United were especially amazing, but Man City were very, very poor, and that is important for the rest of this season.